asking a question about a
A
robots.txt
Robots.txt.
file and a header
Yes.
code.
So one of the things I know previously we kind of talked about excuse me, Ahrefs has
Yeah,
a like free thing where we can
yeah,
go in and it'll give us a little bit of report. So that's where I saw it on.
yeah, yeah.
And basically it's saying that the error is the txt robots.txt file is not accessible. It's 403 forbidden.
Yes.
So what does that mean? And second of all, I'm assuming I need to fix it, and how do I fix it?
Okay, good, 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 good. So great. Ahrefs is a big paid tool, but it's also a really good free tool.
Yeah, this
Glad
is
you're
the free
looking
part.
there.
Yes.
As with any third-party tool,
Mhm.
we have to understand that it's third-party data. It's not necessarily what Google's thinking.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can put that into Search Console and see if Google is interpreting the same 403. Because
Okay.
what a 403, so remember there's certain header codes that are sent to browsers, or in this case, search bots, whenever a page is requested. And what we typically want to see is a 200 header code, meaning, yay, the page exists and you're allowed here. Sometimes it's a 300 something something code. That means page ain't there no more, it's over here now.
So
400 means page ain't there or you're not allowed to see it.
um
500 means there's a server error and the server has a problem getting or not letting you do it. So 403 means a page may or may not exist, but either if it does, you're not allowed to see it.
okay.
Okay, so that's a 403 as opposed to a 404, which I think most of you've heard about, which is the page
Yeah.
ain't there.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking in SEO language, page ain't there is a technical term.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my Kansas is showing.
Um so I put it in, I went to Google Search Console and I put it in.
Mhm.
And it says it's not giving me any like codes, but it says URL is not on Google. Page is not
Okay, okay, okay. So I went, okay, the first thing I would do, I actually went and checked this before we got on the
okay.
call, right?
Okay.
The first thing I would do is look inside the robots.txt file, which is as simple as requesting that URL in your browser, right?
Yes.
Put the robots, the whole full URL. Because one of the actually it wouldn't be a 403 if so I should say, for instance, Shopify's default robots.txt file says the Ahref bot is not allowed to view the site.
Hmm.
And so Ahref can't scan a Shopify site unless you allow Ahrefs to scan a Shopify site.
Uh-huh.
But that would mean it would give you a different error. It wouldn't give you a 403, it would just say not able to crawl site, not allowed. But that's the first thing I checked just to confirm. But now as I talk about it, it's not going to send a 403 error. It would basically
Yeah.
say, I'm not allowed to look at that site.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So what this means is probably something in the server or maybe even DNS or Cloudflare is preventing the Ahrefs bot from getting to the robots.txt file.
Okay.
So Cloudflare has all kinds of bot protection services,
Yeah.
which is one of its values, but it can be really aggressive. And I mean, we all know sometimes web developers hate marketing people and they hate SEO and they think, oh, I'm not going to allow any SEO bots to come to my site.
Mm-hmm.
And well, they hamstring us because we want the data to make best decisions. And so
Yeah.
probably what's happened is that the tools in something like Cloudflare or potentially the host or something like that is not allowing the Ahrefs bot to get to the robots.txt file.
Okay.
but not necessarily preventing Google from getting to the robots.txt file.
Okay.
Let me pull up something real quick. There. Oh, no, that's not it. So there used to be a tool in Search Console that would allow you to check your robots.txt file in Search Console. They removed it.
Ah.
But Bing Webmaster Tools has it.
Ah. Okay.
So you can do a robots.txt checker in Bing Webmaster Tools, and that will show you whether or not Bing has access to it.
Okay.
So if Bing doesn't have access to it, then it could potentially
Then it
mean
could
that
be an issue.
there's a problem accessing some sort of server thing that's not allowing text files. I don't know what it might be.
Okay.
But my intuition is telling me that something like Cloudflare is there. It's preventing the href spot from accessing the robots.txt file.
Okay.
Which this is the problem.
With the, yeah.
You want to control the href spot through robots.txt because it's an honorable bot. It will honor the robots.txt. So what you're doing is you're telling href spot, potentially giving it permission to crawl the whole site except for the robots.txt file, which potentially would be telling it not to crawl it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So in other words, this is a problem of the third-party tool like a href spot, not necessarily the site.
Okay.
I can access it. You can actually
I
go
can.
to, well, that might not work. You could go to some of the redirect checkers like Redirect Detective. You could try it in there and see what happens. However, depending on how aggressive the rules are set, it might throw a 403 error there too, because it might not allow that bot to access it.
Yeah. Okay.
But this sounds to me like somebody has been overly aggressive in the development team or the IT team, or maybe they've had problems in the past where, web spam or something, and they've just been a little too aggressive and they've turned on too many features. So this leaves you to either say, well, we're not going to use Ahrefs, or please allow Ahrefs and not allow other tools. But it's ironically, developers doing this aren't really helping. They think they are, but it's not these bots that are the problem. It's the bots that don't have ethics that cause overload problems and stuff like that. These bots are really well written. They're very careful to not overwhelm your system.
Yeah.
These are credible bots managed by credible companies. It's the ones that are the nefarious different ones. Those are the ones you want to prevent. But unfortunately, those are harder to prevent because there's so many of them out there.
Okay.
And that's probably what's going on. I'd confirm in Bing Webmaster Tools, and just because obviously we at least want Bing Webmaster Tools.
Yeah.
There. That's where I would look. I think that's probably what's going on.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. I'll check those.